WMUL-FM, Huntington.
Hey everybody, this is Zach Runyon on the bridge. Today we have Adam Benz. Say hey, Adam.
How's it going?
Okay, he's a local artist from right here in Huntington, right?
That's right. Well, I grew up in Wheeling, West Virginia, and came down here to go to school at Marshall.
Awesome. So, how old are you?
I'm 31.
31.
Yeah.
Not a bad age, man. Not a bad age. I'm sure that, guitar, it seems like with age, we all get really good at it. So I imagine you're pretty darn good at it, right, man?
Yeah. I haven't been playing that many years. I try to be humble.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly it's a good time. I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, by all means be humble, and I'll brag for you. So it'll all be good. So how long have you been playing guitar then?
About 5 or 6 years, I think.
Yeah.
Just picked it up and got the fever, I guess that musicians call it, and really enjoyed it. Started writing a collection of songs with friends, and used to sing before I played in a couple groups, and wanted something to supplement myself with my voice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you're here with us today, and you're going to play some acoustic tracks for our listeners today. What do you have in mind for your first one?
I'm going to play today. I figured I'd do a new song, and I'd do the title track from a CD that I put out about 1.5 years ago. It's called Lift Off, and the new song's called Right Here, Right Now.
Mm-hmm. So, if you want to go ahead and just get into that, man. If you need a tune, anything, you all set up?
Yeah, it should be set up, ready to go. This is Right Here, Right Now. Gotta learn to let go of the trash and not get caught up in the things that came and passed. It's time to learn to be who you wanna be and explore every possibility. Don't get caught up in the vanity, cause it's insanity to be walking in the shoes of such profanity. It's time to check into reality and finally start to read what you really need. It's a little more company from the things that feed your heart and your soul and your mind and your spine, and quit trying to fast forward or rewind. Cause right here is where you're supposed to be, and right now is what you need to start to see. It's about time that you learn to hold on to right here, right now. Cause right here is right now, and right now is right here. Yeah, learn to let go of the trash and don't get caught up in the things that came and passed. It's time to learn to be who you want to be and explore every possibility. Don't get caught up in the vanity, cause it's insanity to be walking in the shoes of such profanity. It's time to check into reality and finally start to read what you really need. It's a little more company from the things that feed your heart and your soul and your mind and your spine, and quit trying to fast forward or rewind. Cause right here is where you're supposed to be, and right now is what you need to start to see. It's about time that you learn to hold on to right here, right now.
Wow, dude. Honestly, I'm just stunned because, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit biased because I am a complete, singer-songwriter, guitar, fan. That's my type of jam. And
thank you, man. I appreciate that very much.
Oh, no problem, man. Trust me, I'll be bragging much, much more as the show goes on. But, so that song Right Here, Right Now, there was a lot of feeling, behind it. I can really tell that, this is something that you really do love. Like I can just, I don't know, I can just feel it in the music. It's a good thing. So that song, what is there something behind that song?
It's just kind of a song about, learning to let go of things that you can't change, and trying to hold on to this concept that you can plan everything out for your future as well. And I run into a lot of people who struggle with being able to just live life to the fullest in the moment that they're in, and try to live in the present, in the now, and just be happy with the things that you have and appreciate what you have. So it's kind of a ode to that.
Yeah. Gosh, dude. I mean, personally, I can completely relate to that. I'm one of those people that's always just tried to plan everything out, but I guess, all that really does matter is right here and right now.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. It's something that, the older I get, the more I start to realize that. And, it's been something that's been really recent now, which is why it's come up. I really, just enjoy my life with my family, and, life's great. Life's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
That's great, man. That's all that matters. As long as you're happy in life, that's the key, is happiness right there.
Amen.
But so that song, that was that like an exclusive, like live, first time? Or?
Yeah, that's the first time that I've played it publicly. I played it at a few gigs, but it has it's pretty new. It's still got under 3,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
We checked the tires before we came in.
Yeah, it's always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
So you're here with us, alone today, solo. Is that normally how you perform?
It has been as of recent. I love, my favorite thing is to bounce ideas with other musicians. Music, obviously, is something that I adore so much because it's a universal language. You can go anywhere in the world, grab some instruments, and not even be able to speak to the person that you're with, and be able to make music with them, which is what makes it such a beautiful thing. So, anytime that I have an opportunity to play, I love to. I get, some conga and percussionists with me lately. I've had several great people that have played with me, a long list of names. And, sometimes when you catch my gigs, there's a surprise person there. And
Yeah.
Just, it always make things much better,
Yeah. Gosh, I love, like, absolutely love the brotherly, like, we'll say
camaraderie.
Yeah, exactly. Within music, especially, right. If somebody's got a guitar and if they're there, it's like, oh, come on,
Sure.
just get up here.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even have to be into the style or genre that they're playing. It's just great to, get together with somebody and be open-minded and jam with them.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that playing with other people is probably one of the coolest things. I mean, playing solo is awesome.
Right.
Like, I wish I could. I can't sing, barely play guitar, so but playing in a band or jamming with other artists is always fun on its own.
Absolutely.
So right here, right now, that was an awesome song, and you said it was off of an album. What did you say it was off of?
Actually, that one's new. It hasn't been recorded.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty. Like I said, it's pretty new. It's one of the more recent things that I've wrote. I'm working on a second album. I've got a lot of writings that kind of shuffle around, and I'm planning on moving down to Jacksonville Beach, Florida here.
Oh, wow.
Within the next couple of months, and I've got a few shows lined up. This Thursday I'll be at Willie's Lounge in Barbersville. Next Friday I'll be downtown here at Shoop's.
Awesome.
So if you have an opportunity to come out and check out one of the live shows, that would be great. Or you can check me out at facebook.com/Adam Benz Music, or YouTube, or any of the mediums. Just type in Adam Benz. But I'm working steadily towards trying to get material together, and I'm sure when I join with some of my friends that I used to play music with down there in Jacksonville, we'll try to tighten it up and get a new CD rolling out. Sooner for me than later, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that would be great, because I mean, I've only heard one song today, obviously, but I did look into your music, before I had you on the show, and I really did enjoy, like, especially the style of music you play.
Thank you, man.
Oh, no problem. And your lyrics, like, I just all around really appreciated your music. So besides Right Here, Right Now, is there any other acoustic tracks that you'd like to, play for us today?
Yeah, I'd love to play the title track from the CD that I put out, which was my first one. It's called Lift Off. And it's kind of got some of that sunny, funky feel to it, just like the other one.
Just real positive feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of different songs on that CD, and I like to write, from a eclectic different point of view on some of the different songs that I write, but I like those sunny time feeling tunes as well.
Okay, man. Well,
this is called Lift Off.
Yeah.
Right now, take me away. You won't catch me on my kite or my carpet ride, or floating away on a hot air balloon. Any way that I can, I'm gonna rise above it soon. Gonna gain some elevation, some salvation above this gloom. Can't you see that I'm creating space for more room? Lift off, blast off, get me the heck up out of here. Right now, take me away. Lift off, blast off, get me on up out of here. Right now, take me away, yeah. Well, you could chase, but I'll be gone in outer space, or floating on the wings of an eagle, swooping up through the clouds where it's easy to see through all the fog and the stress and the mess and the pain and the strain that can be so lethal. Don't you want to live your life where it's easy to be you? Lift off, blast off, get me on up out of here. Right now, take me away. Lift off, blast off, get me on up out of here. Right now, take me away. 'Cause when my whole world comes crashing down, the light grows dark and I can't hear a sound, I can still feel you all around, lifting me up and taking me away, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lift off, blast off, get me on up out of here. Right now, take me away. Lift off, blast off, get me on up out of here. Right now, won't you take me away?
Nice, man. I, again, completely biased. I just love it, truly. And
Man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the kind words.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
I mean, I could, usually I get much more giddy and pumped up about these things, but I'm trying to stay calm, trying to remain professional. But speaking of that, I have to apologize because it is quite hot in this room, is it not?
Nah, it's all right.
Okay,
it's good.
I just want to
Acoustics are
say,
great.
yeah, which is perfect, for this the voice and the guitar. It's just a beautiful combination, So that song, "Lift Off," you said it was your title track. So obviously, probably whatever was behind that song was maybe what was behind your album. Like I'm trying to go for a deeper meaning here, so
Yeah, sure. That was the edited version, as I was, instructed to.
Yes.
Stick away from the profanity. It's not heavy, but it was has a lot to do with that that feeling that I spoke about just a few moments ago about how music is truly like a universal language, and the lift-off sensation that song's about really is about that feeling that you get when you're playing music with other musicians, and you feel like elevated from it.
Yeah.
So
there's just true, like it just completely takes you to a whole new world.
Absolutely, yeah. You definitely get an adrenaline rush out of it, and you get just a great experience overall. There's times when you catch lightning and you ride it with other people. And,
Exactly.
And then there's times, I'm sure, amongst everyone's jams that, are kind of like squash.
Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know anytime I pick up, I actually have an acoustic Gibson, blessed by family, thank goodness. But every time I pick that up, it totally just like almost wants to unleash the inner rock star within me, And I think everybody's that way, whether you're a musician that actually goes out and plays, somebody that just plays for a hobby, or even somebody that's never touched it. As soon as they pick it up, I think they just automatically like assume that.
Oh yeah,
that
well that's
mind
the
frame.
fever. Yeah, they get the itch to want to play. And music, is like we just said, it's universal. It draws to everyone. Everyone is drawn to it. People love to listen to it. The world would just be a mistake without music. I think
completely.
It's someone wrote that somewhere. It was I couldn't agree more.
They should have, but if they hadn't, if everybody just heard that, that's Adam Benz right here.
No, that's not mine. I'm not taking credit for that. I did read that somewhere. That's a great writing. But definitely, the world is a much better place. I mean, most people don't really realize when they're in a grocery store or wherever that the music that's playing in the background, musicians tend to lend an extra ear to something like that, and I often get to hear people who are an inspiration to me, like Amos Lee or J.J. Gray or Citizen Code, people like that, Donovan Frankenreiter, who are on those radio stations, and it just makes me smile knowing that those people who aren't very well known are being played in places like that. So.
Yeah. I personally think that music, like one of the reasons why I started this show, besides just having local artists on, is I wanted some of our listeners out there, maybe struggling in whatever way, maybe they actually want to play music live somewhere. I wanted them to see like that other people can do it, and I wanted them also to maybe get some type of connection with the local artists, because you drive the same roads that all of our listeners do every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not just me, but anybody that you admire or adore, no matter how big or famous they are, they're all flesh and blood.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy for us to forget that. But yeah, I'd love for I think what you're doing here is a great thing. I think that the music scene in Huntington is great, and people that go out and support the musicians and catch a live show are definitely making an impact. And people are always more than welcome to come to any of my shows. I would sure enjoy having listeners there that are thirsty to hear some music, and I'll try to play whatever style music it is that they enjoy, or we can, talk to each other about artists that they like, and introduce each other to new music is one of the greatest things. And I think you're doing a good job doing that, man. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. I mean, like I said, this to me is a passion. I love, first of all, I love music, but then specifically, like I said earlier, I love acoustic music. So this is kind of like, this is almost just a perk for me. It's not even like, in no sense is it a job whatsoever. I mean, I don't get paid either, but I mean, in no sense is this a job or a hassle. To me, it's fun, and I just love having musicians set 5 feet away from me and basically play my own little personal show, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what your life. People tend to forget that, I think, when they get older. You want to try to find something that makes you happy. Your life is pretty short in retrospect, and you want to try to be as happy as you can throughout it. The song Right Here, Right Now, and even Liftoff have a lot to aim towards that, and the people who gravitate towards, sticking with something that they're not necessarily happy with, for a monetary or financial gain. And I can't see why. So.
Dude, I completely understand. I myself was set on being a biology major, set off to go to med school, and I was like, you know what, this just really doesn't make me happy. So switched over to English. I really enjoy it. And then I've also always loved the music journalism type scene, so that's why I got into this radio thing, and I just really hit it hard. I want to have this show like we're here now.
Being successful at what you enjoy doing is wealth.
Exactly.
And if you're driven and you enjoy doing it, then you're gonna be successful at it. So, you want to live comfortably, and you want to make a good living, and that is essential as well. But it only goes so far. You want to be happy too. That's the most important.
Exactly. And speaking of happiness, your music to me is very, very, happy promoting. Is there another acoustic, like one last acoustic track you'd like to play for us today by chance?
Sure. Yeah, the two that you heard definitely have that sense.
Oh gosh, do you have a dark one?
I think it wouldn't be normal for
if
not
you
to
didn't
have a balance. Yeah, you have to have the light and the dark.
Because in order to be real in your music, you have to express that it's not all just happy and sunshine.
Sure. This is a blues song that I wrote when I was working on Lift Off that we didn't put on the CD, but it's still pretty near and dear to me. This is called The Devil's Been Hanging Around.
Okay.
The devil's been hanging around my place. I feel her breath but can't see her face. And I know that it won't be long before that woman's got me turning on. Well, I know that I'm in big trouble now. Yeah, I know that she's out on the prowl, tracking me down. She's got a hold over me. Lord, I feel the teeth biting down. That devil's been hanging around. Devil's been pulling me on in. Although I fight, you know that I just can't win. She finds a way under my skin. Hey, giving pleasure to my sin. Well, I know trouble now. Yeah, I know that she's out on the prowl, tracking me down. She's got a hold over me. Lord, I feel the teeth biting down. That devil's been hanging around. Devil's been coming back for more, snaking her way into my door. Although I try, I just can't resist. Must be the evil way that she kisses. Well, I know I'm in big trouble now. Yeah, I know that she's out on the prowl. Yeah, tracking me down. She's got a hold over me. I feel her teeth biting down. That devil's been hanging around.
Nice, man.
Thanks.
I've played a couple bluesy things before, and that was awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's got that that Delta feel to me to it. I love the Delta blues, all kinds of blues music.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I love listening to them old guys with their acoustic guitars just sing about their pain, and
yeah,
Something about the blues, when you sing about your pain, it takes it away.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I mean, like we said earlier, music's just so beautiful. It's happiness. It's a universal language, and it's also, like we said, it's a release. You know, it's a great output for any of that stuff. But you know, it's really sad because, you know, the show, it's quite short. Like, we only have a couple more minutes on here. So
no, absolutely, it's been my pleasure playing. I thank you again to WMUL, and you know, to you, Zach, for having me on the show. I appreciate it, and I hope I've reached some listeners, and maybe someone will come down to Willie's this Thursday or Shoop's next Friday and check out a live show. We sure would love to have you. Anything we can do to strengthen the music scene here in the Huntington tri-state area would be greatly appreciated. Go out and check out a live show. It doesn't have to be me. You know, whoever's playing, just, you know, go to a venue, check something out. Most of the places here don't charge a very small cover, you know, or some places don't even have one at all. So go out and get out there and listen to some live music. It'll do you some good.
Exactly. I hope that, you know, today that has encouraged one listener out there at least to come to, you know, your show. And I'd say they will if they listen and they liked you. I bet they liked you, so I bet they'll be at the show.
I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
No problem, man. I really appreciate you coming on here today. Again, sorry for the heat, and I really appreciate, you know.
I'm moving to Florida. I like the heat.
Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this summer. I can't wait. But I'd like to thank all of our listeners for tuning in. Adam, you want to give any shout-outs real quick?
Just want to say, you know, to my family, thanks for all your support, and to my friends as well. Thanks to everybody who backs me up and gives me the support that I need. I appreciate it. Thank you all.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a shout out to my fiance. Thank you for your support too. But see you guys next time.
Slamming 1,150 watts into your head. This is
the student broadcast service of Marshall University.
WMUL-FM.